Hello YouTube, this is Subnautica. Intent is to play a survival series. We did just do a failed hardcore attempt. I could do another one, but I think that would be a bad idea considering how stupid I was last time. New game, survival. This is one of my favorite games right now. Subnautica is a survival game, except it's got futuristic technology. It's not, well, I guess it does have quite a few. This is the Aurora you see in the background. It is crash landing. It was a colony ship headed somewhere else. It was attempting to gravity assist and something happened. That's all they really tell you. Can't tell if it's crashing. Hopefully Fraps is still okay. There we go. Frames are just going downhill. Alright. You are ejected in the only life pod who survives. Probably the only survivor. Until multiplayer. And then the game is just beautiful. I don't know if it'll be going through so well with my poor, slightly outdated graphics card, but it's a beautiful game. Kind of like the art style. You see the ship coming in from orbit. It's not even in atmosphere yet. It's exploding. But I like the radar at the top, or whatever that sensor array is supposed to be, and then the command deck at the very top is kind of neat. Asymmetry doesn't actually work in space, by the way, guys, but whatever.
In the late 22nd century, humanity is beginning to colonize space. Before colony ships arrive, habitation vessels are appointed terraforming missions. The Aurora was one such vessel. During its descent, the Aurora was struck by a mysterious energy pulse, resulting in catastrophic hull failure. A single life pod jettisoned prior to impact. You were in that life pod.
Hello, 3 hours since life pod launch. Well, we just woke up. 3 hours, we were knocked out. That was a pretty nasty landing. Are we underwater? Oh, sorry. Let's see what we got. Every time you play, it has a random set of items: an advanced wiring kit, glass, a battery, and a flare. Pretty useless. Let's go up top. Oh, okay, we're not underwater. That's the moon. Where's the other moon? There's two moons, I believe. There's the Aurora. Oh, wow. Every time, apparently, you spawn in a different location, because I know where I am, but this is different than last time. That's kind of neat. Oh yeah, your life pod has a face. Number 5. Okay. So in this game you can catch fish, gather resources, eat food, explore, craft vehicles and bases. I personally like the bases and the vehicles the most. This little guy, you can use his membrane sac. Yes, you can use his sac to clean water and to drink it. Dun, dun, dun. Fishing is a little bit difficult. After all, you are already underwater. Later on, there's some tools you can use, but you know, they aren't cheap to use. Everything requires power in this game to run.
Emergency. 10 seconds.
Oh yes, and you have oxygen.
Remaining.
Should have mentioned this. Remember. Survival mode. The last time you left a pod or a base, any items you gather before you die are destroyed. All of the O2, food, water, all that is active. In the other game modes, some of that is turned off. There's caves everywhere. There's so many biomes in this game. This is just the weak little starting reef you see right here. It's purposely called Safe Reef, I believe. I need your corpse. Come on, come at me. Stay over there, please. No! Ow. You knocked the air out of me, man. Dang it! There's nothing. I gotta find another one. Those guys have little explosive content inside of their butts.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Yeah, acid mushrooms. Everybody wants some acid mushrooms, right? Yeah, cool. Guess we can get high after all. I mean, what were we, terraformers? See your shadow. I'm starting to think I'm a guy. I used to think it was a girl, but I think it's definitely a guy. I mean, come on. Oh, this is nice. What's this? Copper. Cool.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
The metal scrap scattered everywhere is actually from the Aurora. Although, it doesn't make a whole lot of... I guess maybe when it's coming down from the atmosphere it got there. I guess that makes sense. Oh yes. Paper, paper. These guys have delicious eyeballs. They'll be crying later. I catch them, put them in my stomach. Nums. Boomerang. Sorry for clicking.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
To make tools, you need resources. To get resources, you need a lot of different stuff. But, because we have scrap, we can just manufacture ourselves some titanium. Basically, just melt down the scrap and put it into raw-looking ore, because that makes sense, right, guys? Should be able to make a personal little knife now. Yes. Survival knife. We need this to cut coral, stab fish, all sorts of stuff. Oh, a battery. We have a battery. The scanner is really helpful, especially if you're, especially if you are intending to, what's this word? Content hog, I guess, is the word. I don't know if it works. It's not a very good word, but it works. Welder, laser cutter, I need a lot. Crash powder, magnesium. Sorry, just looking at my tools. Okay. Because you can take it and you can go, oh, what's an acid mushroom? Why don't you tell me? Besides being acid and a mushroom at the same time. You go over here to your data bank, alien life forms, flora, acid mushroom. A common spore-bearing fungi species with developed defense mechanisms. The flesh contains a highly acidic compound which leaches into the water if the outer skin is penetrated. Fluctuations in local water pressure may also cause it to shrink. It is not clear which predator species necessitated such extreme countermeasures, but the acid mushroom's numbers suggest has successfully deterred most of them. Assessment: inedible but exploitable in battery fabrication if picked carefully. So you see, if you scan an item, it'll give you some hints about... Come on, are you going to shrink? No? Okay. Sometimes it'll give you hints about what you can use it for, which is really good if you know you're nowhere near your base. You can't really craft it at the moment, and you just want to know, like, what is this thing? I don't know what it is. And then you go, oh look, fauna, herbivores, Gary fish. Not as edible as it looks. Well, then we're not going to eat it. There's no reason to catch them not edible. We've got plenty of keepers around. They're high protein. Sea chicken. Maybe. And this is a, what is it, hard drive fragment, I guess is the best way to put it. Came from the Aurora during the crash landing. You can get information for ocean biomes. By ocean, I said that completely wrong. No, you don't get information for ocean biomes. You get information for tools to use in this ocean planet.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may cause a quantum detonation. Calculating risk assessment. Death by malnourishment, 7%. By physical injury, 11%. By exposure to radioactive crash site materials, 19%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%.
Sorry, I like scanning everything. So, I love the biodiversity in this game. I mean, it's actually an ecosystem. When you have carnivores, they will literally hunt down and eat the fish. And I think there's a limited number of fish. I'm not positive. So far, I haven't seen them come back very much. So when you have fish come up, like a little cluster like this, if you have a big predator come through, they're just gone permanently. Which means you kind of want to, you know, not let that happen. We can. Probably need more salt after all. I think we need magnesium. Yes, we need magnesium for the welder, which is one of the many tools we need for repairing. Which repairing isn't all too important, but I want to make as a base. So, repairing. I think I'm gonna have to cut these videos short to about 10 minutes. but I kind of want to let you guys see the ship explode first. This is the Seamoth. It's this one-man submersible. It's very useful. It's basically for deep diving from any larger bases or submarines. Loaders! Eat something. What if I don't want to eat something? Yeah, these guys pretty much don't do anything. They just attach to everything and annoy you to death. Quite literally. Let's cook some food. Peeper, peeper. Peepers are weeping as I cook their eyes and eat them. Good protein source. You do have to keep on top of your food a lot in this game, which is kind of fun, kind of annoying at the same time. Personal tools. What about equipment? O2 tank. I need glass. I know I have some in the thing, but I need two, really. Boop. Glass. O2 tanks will extend your ability to stay underwater. They refill them automatically when you go to the surface, or you go into a base, or basically anytime you're in oxygen. It's rather convenient. High technology, you know. Lets you do a lot more. Still not very much when you don't have any kind of vehicles, which we need to be working on soon. You are cute and terrifying. You have 4 eyes. You're a flounder on both sides. You are the most terrifying thing ever. And look at those lights. How do you even breed? That's my question. Is it this thing? Is that how you breed? Do you breed back here? How do you even swim? You don't even have dorsal? Pectoral. Yeah, you don't even have pectoral fins. I'm so confused by you right now. Okay. You can actually make aquariums and keep your fish in them. I actually love marine biology. None of these things are reasonable in any way, don't worry. They would all be dead by now. If you believe. What the heck is this? How does that mouth even work? It's hinged on every side.
Emergency. Seismic readings suggest a quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The central dark matter reactor will reach a supercritical state. 80 minus. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Having some issues there?
2.
Oh. Please don't die to scrap hitting me in the face. Oh, that. Go free, peeper. I hear the Geiger counter. It's very pleased. Well, so much for going home. I wanted to just, you know, I was planning on, you know, trying to get home. But, you know, well, that's the first day, guys. It's 24 hours, or maybe a little bit less, because the sun's only now rising. And see the second moon? There it is. Looks like our moon. That's it for episode 1. I hope... Sorry, looking at these waves. Kind of weird right now. Probably because that just exploded. What is that? Sorry, it looks like it curves around right there, the water. Anyway. That's it for episode 1. I hope you stick around for more of Subnautica. Next episode, we should hopefully be able to build our own base. At the very least, we'll start working on tools. Depends on how long it lasts. I might just skip the resource gathering. Hard to say. Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye.